Camera's on. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I believe it was a Saturday. We got a few things. Y'all get your thoughts together as we roll this aircraft. I call it aircraft. Aircraft SR-71. We take this thing off.
Hi, Robert. How you doing?
How you doing there, Bob?
4, 3. Take 3, please.
Take 3. Okay.
Ready.
Get this aircraft off the ground.
Here you go.
Let's see if we can touch it. Taste for some beans and rice, man. I tell you, boy, and some chicken. Oh,
Chicken?
yeah. I wonder I'm gonna buy me a chicken coop. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get me a chicken coop with nothing but chicken. Get my own chicken. I ain't telling no lie. Oh, the game is gonna change. You wait till the Reverend get there. I'm gonna have my own chicken in the back. I ain't telling no lie.
100 pounds.
Yes, Lord. Huh? I'm gonna have 200 pounds of chicken. I'm gonna have what I like. Too many times people don't get what they like.
Are you right?
I'm gonna have what I like, boy. 200 pounds of chicken. Here we go.
Town Talker with Reverend Zechariah Jackson. Reverend Jackson is founding pastor of the Church of What's Happening Now, located in Plainfield, New Jersey. And now, the Town Talker, Reverend Zechariah Jackson.
Well, it's good coming to you. You know, this is the Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now and Town Talker Talk Show. I tell you, boy, this has been quite some week, you know. I was home yesterday and sitting around waiting to go to Rick Tellis, ex-president, ex-mayor, Rick, well, he could have been president,
Right.
ex-mayor of Plainfield's funeral. And I just sitting up in the morning and long and behold, I look at CNN TV and a pardoned pair, home and free. Former President Bill Clinton and former Vice President Al Gore listen as Laura Lane right front thanked them for helping to free her and fellow journalists. I tell you, it was an exciting moment to see ex-President Bill Clinton, you know, come along and step up to the plate and go into North Korea and free the people. I mean, I'm not an aged man, I'm a middle-aged man, and I tell you, my journey in America, I think I felt the freest economically during the time of Bill Clinton. I looked like money was falling off the tree. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Reverend Zechariah. I don't know. Maybe because Bill Clinton can blow a saxophone. I don't know. But I don't know. And I used to see him in the churches a lot. I don't know. But it just seemed like everybody was making money. Is that right? Money was just falling up. Silicon Valley, everything. People were making money. Airplanes were selling all over the world. People were just having a good old time, boy. But I tell you, I favor my party a lot, and I'm excited about the Democratic Party. I tell you, but when they let the other party come in, I don't know. Looked like that money just left right out. I don't know. Was the money on the SR-71 flying out? I don't know. When Clinton and Mrs. Clinton flew back to Arkansas, did the money fly behind Air Force One? Because I tell you, after a while, all that money went. I tell you, it was just something to see that right there. And some world news, as the world news is coming too, is, you know, Iranian President Ahmadinejad takes oath yesterday. You know, President Ahmadinejad, I can't pronounce his first name, so I'm not going to address it. I'm not going to try. Addressed Parliament after being sworn in for the second time, for the second term as president Wednesday. So again, you know, no matter what you like is what the people like, and with all the Twitters and everything, all the Twitters and everything, with all the Twitters and everything, excuse me there, that it was good that they were talking about a revolution again in Iran and whatever, and it didn't come off. And Ahmadinejad again is sworn as president for the second term and everything. Okay, so that right there is a good thing to see, you know, that, well, for those that think it's a good thing or whatever, but I join the words of, I guess, John F. Kennedy, let us never hesitate not to negotiate. And I think that we need to talk to people throughout the world. I just hope that that everybody is inspired to help the people and everything.
Right.
I go to another thing, more like the community life, home and garden. You know, they're growing peaches in New Jersey, and I thought that was a Georgian thing. You know, peach was, you know, you call the girls here Georgia Peach. You know, she was sweet, so she would call. I didn't make the name up, but that's what she would call. She called it Georgia Peach, taste after the peach, and the peach was good. And I guess some people, like I did, would come up, post church mouse. I sometimes broke the seed to eat the seed also, so I make sure I get more of the peach. You understand me? So. Rutgers University is taking a thing on trying to grow vegetables and everything. They say the new Rutgers student plant vegetables to feed the hungry. And I always said this right here, you know, once the church of what's happening now, get up and about, you know, and those that come to my church, I'll tell you this right here, don't get used to green grass. I may have maybe about 6 feet of green grass, and that's it. The rest of that land is going to be development for vegetables and things of that nature. And we were just talking this right here, you know, my great appetite for chicken, so I guess I'm going to throw a chicken coop in there too. And I have no shame in my game. I'm going to have my own chicken behind the church, you understand me? Turn the whole thing around, you know, turn that whole thing around. But then at the, you know, here we come also to talking about the funeral of our hero, Rick Taylor, you know.
Yes.
We were all over at the cathedral, Bishop Donald Hillard Church over there in Perth Amboy. I went over there yesterday, and for those of you that probably thought that you had to pay for parking, and you didn't, because I did it, they kind of reserved the parking lots, so they kind of let us park in there for free, you know, and everything. I think a city-run parking lot, put the corners in, but we were able to park, and it was a good thing to be there and see the people, and be there to be a witness to the funeral and everything, and you know, two of his nieces sang, maybe cousin and niece. If you remember that movie with it was a movie about hip hop artist Biggie Smalls.
Yes.
And if you remember the girl that played Faith Evans. She's a cousin to Rick Taylor's wife. Yes. Well, I just want everybody to know. I think her name is Antoinette something. Excuse me, I don't know the last name. But I just want everybody to know that, you know, Hollywood may play a part with her, but when it comes to singing, that sister got up there. You hear me? And she let it all. You thought you were at the mouth of the now. You hear what I say? I'm talking about you. If you had your mouth open, you got fed. Because she really sung. She went deep down into it and into her guts and pulled it out. But then, now I know this woman, I know of this woman, that she is Rick Taylor's niece. His niece got up there too. And let me tell you something. Come on now. Come on now. She went to the bottom of the ocean. And she pulled that out. People were standing and crying. The woman that we used to have, Brenda Gilbert, was there. She stood up and was waving and tears coming out. I mean, that sister went deep. And forgive me that I don't remember your name. And if you hear the show, please come out to the show and everything. We like to introduce you to the community. Not that they don't know you, but she dug deep. She went deep down. I remember when I was a young lad, and my father told me, he'd say, "Son, I want to show you the beauty of a woman." I said, "Well, how you gonna do that, Daddy?" He said, "I'm gonna take you to see an opera singer." And he took me to see some opera singer. And I said, "Well, what's the gist of it?" He said that she dig so deep within herself to express herself through music. Did not that sister dug deep? So, you know, it was a good homegoing service for our soldier, Rick Taylor, and everything. Today I have interesting people. I'm going to start with the chairman, Steve Hatcher of the People Organization for Progress here in Plainfield. He's in the house. And also I'm going to introduce Wilma Brown, who I call all the time crying when things don't go my way. Everybody need a Wilma Brown in their life. And then we got Willa Cofield. She's here. So I got all my soldiers and
All right.
male soldiers and women soldiers. We're
All right.
we're here on the front. The Mount Moses and the
right.
Nat Turners and the Denmark Beasties and the Larry Ham are
right.
here in the Harvard. We're here
All right.
to celebrate our brother Rick Taylor. So we'll start with you, Wilma. Go ahead and tell us something. Yeah, yes, you.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me here, Reverend Zach.
It's only an honor. It's only an honor to have you.
Yesterday, as you've already mentioned, you eulogized an important member of our community in the person of Richard L. Taylor. Rick, as he was fondly called, wore many hats.
Yes.
Not only was he a son, he was a husband, father, and he was also an activist. He was a minister,
Yes.
a politician, and we in Plainfield had the privilege of his service as mayor of our fair city. With all these things in mind, I thought I would write what I call an ode to Rick Taylor.
All right. All right.
Rick, you were like unto a Ford. You made the going great. You were like unto the once renowned Eastern Airlines. You earned your wings every day.
All right.
Amen.
All right.
You were like Tide. You cleaned out stains others left behind.
All right.
Go ahead.
You are like unto ivory soap, not 99 and 44% pure, but 100%.
Go ahead.
All right.
You are like unto the many kinds of hairsprays. You held through all kinds of problems and weather. And most of all, Rick, you were like a Hallmark card. You cared enough to give your very best.
Yes.
To you we give our accolades and our praise, and we are the better for having known you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Willa, what would you like to say? Coming behind that right there. Go ahead, Wilma Brown.
Yeah, that's a hard act to follow.
That's all right.
You're right.
But I just
You're doing.
remember Rick as I knew him many, many years ago. I know he was one of the very first persons I met when I came to New Jersey, because he was registering to go to Livingston College,
Okay.
and I was doing the same thing. And we were seated in the same room, and I remember he was wearing his African attire.
Okay.
He was making his case, and I was sitting there nervous about to make my case. Rick and I were involved in the same program. He was studying, as I was, urban planning, and he got his bachelor's and then his master's degree in city and regional planning. And I just remember Rick as so full of life and such a personable guy. And nobody mentioned yesterday, I don't remember anybody saying it, but Rick was a very funny guy.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
a real deep sense of humor, and he could really make you laugh. And if he decided to analyze a personality, he could really lay it out. He could really point to things that perhaps nobody else saw. So one summer during, I think it was about 1971, Rick and I did a program together here in Plainfield. We were working with young people, teaching them how to use audio skills. And we were in this building, I'm not sure of the street, but it's not very far from here. And
Okay.
not used as an office meeting building of any sorts now. I think it's just a warehouse. But we ran this program together. And I remember one day we had a video camera. And it turned out that Rick and I were the only ones there to be screened. And it was that day that I realized that Rick had a lot of talent, that probably one day he was going to become a minister.
Sure.
Because he started preaching in front of the camera. And I was the only person in the audience, but I could see that he had a lot of skills, a lot of eloquence, and a lot of knowledge about the Bible. So he was just a wonderful guy, and I think he had such great natural skills as a politician. He had big ideas for Plainfield. He really wanted to see this become the Queen City that it once was. He brought all kinds of people here. I think his work with Grant Avenue Community Center is one of the most outstanding things. I mean, I can remember when it was hardly possible to get a parking space when events were going on at Grant Avenue, and they seem to be going on almost all the time. He just opened the doors, and the community just responded.
Well, what can we do to keep that energy alive? Or is the energy dead?
Of course not. Of course not. I think we go through periods when people are, you see, when I met Rick, was 1969.
Wow.